seconds, the already complicated situation becomes critical.
From a kid drowning to now a son and a father drowning in a rip, turned into a double rescue.
Lockie provides swimmers with their final warning.
Hey guys, hello, all those swimmers, how'd you get out of the water?
Conditions are getting a lot worse. We didn't want anyone swimming.
How'd you get? Come on, come back tomorrow.
Then a report comes in.
That friend just went up for him. It's really far out of his shoes. I don't think he's dangerous. He's all the way out there and he's swimming.
Yeah, man, sorry, is there a swimmer out the back? It's a girl, and I don't think she can do it. Yeah, copy, thank you, I'll go get her. You might have to go.
The woman is over 100 metres from shore. Unable to get a visual on her, Lockie's hope is that he will somehow find her out the back, still afloat.
The way the wind was, the southerly hit, you couldn't really see her at all. She was out past the break. The wind was so strong, it makes it really hard with the big board. It like sails, it just catches it. Yeah, she wasn't in a good spot. When I was out there, she was hanging on to someone else's board. She's fully gassed when I get to her. She's actually quite white. That's when your panic sets in.
Exhausted from the rough conditions, the woman can barely hold on.
And she's so weak, she slips off.
Where the did she just go?
That's just the worst thing ever. Where's she gone? I've lost her here.
The woman makes a final attempt to stay alive.
You're alright, we're done.
Further up the beach and reunited with her friend, Martina is far from okay.
I love you. Flowers with you.
Water on the lungs can cause secondary drowning, even hours after the actual event. After 15 minutes on dry land, Martina shows no signs of improvement.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm one of the lifeguards. This particular day, I was the buggy driver for the crew. Right on pack up, I noticed a surfer that was in trouble. She was starting to shiver and get cold.
Have you been drinking? Only 4 beers. Okay, so it's not a lot. Okay, but I went for a swim like right after I surfed, Yeah. And I couldn't get in. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Yeah, I was so scared. Yeah.
She'd been running, surfing, swimming and walking all day and then downed 4 beers and went and jumped in the ocean right on the southerly change. It was kind of a cocktail for a small disaster. There was nothing of her. So if she continued to stay in this weather, she was going to turn hypothermic.
I just want.
I made a call to 000. I've got a young girl in her early 20s. I'd say she's got early hypothermia. Now I think she's just worked herself up into a state of hysteria.
Hypothermia arises when a person loses heat faster than their body can produce it.
It's incredibly dangerous and it can be fatal if it's left untreated.
An intensive care paramedic quickly establishes what the problem is.
35.9, okay? So your temperature inside your body is a little bit cold, all right?
Normal body temperature is around 37 degrees.
I'm too hot.
No, it's what happens when inside gets a little bit cold. You think you're hot, okay?
Martina is moved off the cold floor.
Come in. Get up. Open eyes. Bang it in. I'm going to sit over. That's much better. All right?
paramedics recommend Martina should go to hospital, but when she refuses, they settle on a final checkup in the ambulance.
You'll walk up to the car, and that should wake you up a little bit, hopefully. Yep.
Today, Chapo is patrolling on the jet ski.
I'd done maybe 15 rescues on the jet ski and it was really busy. It was a classic busy day and these rips were really, really strong. Sat down with Jacko just to kind of get back into lifeguarding just after we packed up the ski, and I just noticed a couple in the rip just in front of us.
I'll go for this little girl, eh? There's the ski was doing heaps of work. I want to go, eh? Yeah.
One woman is barely standing, but Chapo passes her to reach two other people farther out. The pair from Korea would be difficult to bring in at once. Jackson holds firm in the buggy.
As much as he probably does need a hand, we got to keep a few of us on the beach here, because if something was to happen south, then there's just no one here. We've got to be careful with taking too many of us off the beach, because you can get caught out, and there's two over here.
Jackson notices two more people in a separate rip, but must collect another rescue board.
Yeah, there's two in backpackers. They're semi on. Yeah, mate, there's some panic on Chapo. Looks like he's heading over. Is he heading over? I don't think he's got the message. Yeah, go.
Chapo offloads the two young Koreans in shallow water.
They were right on the shore and I just thought they'd be fine.
But seconds later, and the pair have walked back into the deep water of the rip.
They weren't fine, so I had to go get them a bit closer to shore, and that took more time.
The situation stops Chapo from getting to the two other people farther out.
I had to go and make another rescue because I could hear these two big guys drowning behind me, screaming.
Struggling to understand Chapo's instruction, the pair think he is asking them to get back on the board.
I just thought they'd let go.
Seeing the situation, Mario arrives from the north end.
I thought I'd jump on. Mario, they're both going for it. As we're getting closer, a surfer got these two people.
Thank you, darling.
As they were going under, so quick.
One of you come here.
I could see that they were in big trouble, and I wasn't surprised they were completely exhausted.
I was paddling the guy in, and he was so scared that he crossed himself. He thought he was dying.
Thanks so much. Yeah, brother, this is not the swimming pool. You have to be careful, alright? Yeah.
Dylan is combing the beach from the main tower.
I see a little boy in the rip just in front of the tower, and he's just slowly making his way off the sandbank. The situation changed very, very rapidly from the kid just being on the sandbank to now in the rip going under. It's gone from just a a very dangerous situation to a life-threatening situation.
The nearest buggy is 500 metres away at South Bondi. With other lifeguards already in the tower, Dylan goes it alone.
Yeah, Dylan, I reckon you're straight in. Yeah, just go in. It's a small pier.
I had to back myself and get in the water as fast as I could to get him. The rip took me straight out, straight to him. So that was probably the easiest part of getting to the patient.
Good rescue. Yeah, good spot. He spotted it as well.
The boy from China has no idea that Dylan is there to rescue him.
As I got to him, he was very reluctant to get on the board. I think it was a bit of a language barrier, and also he was very panicked, and I think he didn't know the situation that he was in. So I pretty much had to grab his arm and pull him up. Yeah, because he was going under right next to me, and he didn't want my help. Little did I know, the kid's dad was making his way out to us in this powerful rip, which did not help the situation whatsoever.
In seconds, the already complicated situation becomes critical.
From a kid drowning to now a son and a father drowning in a rip turned into a double rescue with me, the trainee. When I saw the dad, he was pretty much off his feet. I've got a kid who doesn't understand English. And we've got conditions that are working against us. I eventually just said to him, hold on to the board. And thank goodness the way that the rip was taking us, it was taking us back onto the sandbank.
Dylan's doing a good job. He's just holding them both on the board.
Yeah, that rip is really, really quick at the moment. The little kid was definitely in a lot of trouble, and then the dad went in, so I came to back him up, but he didn't even need me, and then he was onto it. Confident, quick.